Can you imagine how obsessed scientists are with their experiments? Genetic engineers Clive and Elsa combined human DNA with various animal genes to create the hybrid creature. They intend to take another path to reach the horizons of creation. Unexpectedly, an accident occurs at the beginning of their experiment. As the genetic embryo formed, it grew too quickly, causing the vessel to explode. Clive and Elsa rushed to protect the embryo. Elsa tried to manually repair the malfunctioning device, but disaster struck when she reached out. This was not part of the plan. Clive, feeling desperate, had to act quickly. He gave up on perfecting their creation. A tadpole-like creature broke free of its tether and fell to the floor. Clive quickly trapped it with a box and his weight. The creature also bit Elsa's hand, which was not good. She began to tremble violently and foam at the mouth. Its reaction was faster and more deadly than snake venom. Fortunately, the lab had a serum, and Elsa recovered. After that, they worked carefully to deal with the creature. This time, they took stronger precautions. Elsa cautiously approached the creature to test its reflexes. Seeing it calm, she decided to observe more. She hadn't expected the creature to seem harmless, like an empty shell. Clive immediately felt uneasy about the situation. The new creature was incredibly lively and could jump remarkably. Seeing the shy little creature, Elsa's maternal instincts kicked in. Ignoring the dangers, she removed her gas mask and gloves to approach. The creature seemed to sense her kindness and cautiously approached. At that moment, Clive, concerned for her safety, removed Elsa from the lab. He scolded her for being reckless and irrational. Elsa and Clive then used sleeping gas to capture the creature. The creature rampaged in the lab but soon collapsed. Elsa, watching from outside, was deeply distressed by the sight. After capturing the creature, Clive and Elsa dared to study it more closely. The creature had long, slender legs but no arms. Its head looked like a cracked walnut. Even more unusual was its tail, which had a sharp stinger at the end. To better study the creature's genetic makeup, Clive and Elsa confined the creature in the lab and clamped its stinger to prevent attacks. They began treating it like a baby, even feeding it gently. They discovered that it couldn't eat regular human food. Instead, it seemed to like sweet things like candy. After trying the candy, it stopped resisting meals, even with other foods mixed in. Once they solved the feeding problem, caring for it became much easier. Thanks to its special DNA, the creature grew by leaps and bounds. Within a few days, it was the size of a 7- or 8-year-old. With Elsa's help, it began to show signs of extreme intelligence. They named it Dren, but it still couldn't talk. It could spell basic words. Like a naughty child, it began to act more difficult. The creature began to cause trouble and play tricks. Clearly, raising a new species in a lab was going to be chaotic. A lab assistant walked in and was completely shocked. Clive stepped in and spoke earnestly to the assistant to calm them down. He managed to convince them to keep the matter a secret, at least for the time being. With the external problem being dealt with for the time being, the creature became frightened when it saw a stranger. It soon developed a high fever of 40 degrees that did not go down. Human medicine didn't work at all. Clive and Elsa decided to cool it down by placing it in cold water. They planned to find a new solution later. While watching the creature struggle in the water, a disturbing thought occurred to Clive. He wondered if pushing it further would reveal more about its nature. They waited until the creature finally stopped struggling. Clive slowly released it. But something surprising happened. The creature demonstrated the ability to breathe underwater through a hole that resembled oxygen. Its survival made Clive and Elsa consider it a kind of miracle. Having no children of their own, they attached themselves to it, treating it like their own. Thanks to their care and attention, the creature began to grow rapidly. Its upper body began to look more human-like, but its large bald head made it stand out. Although it only had 4 toes, it didn't appear to be handicapped. It also had strong, monster-like legs. Its physical appearance alone suggested immense strength. It also developed a sharp, pointed tongue. Its most striking feature was its crossed pupils, which were almost otherworldly. Its tail, still intact, added to its strange appearance. By then, the creature resembled a teenage girl. Its behavior and development matched those of a 17- or 18-year-old. Elsa began to treat the creature as if it were her own daughter. She dressed it in many clothes to make it look more human. One day, Elsa stumbled upon drawings of the creature. Suddenly, the creature became shy, turning its head to the side. But its words and mannerisms were strangely human. Even its nose reminded Elsa of Clive. As the small creature scuttled aside, Elsa felt something strange in her heart. It was the same feeling women get when someone looks at their husbands. Shortly before, they had worked hard to keep the creature a secret. They moved it from the lab to a farm outside the city. When it arrived, the creature acted wildly. Its animal instincts, deeply rooted in its DNA, emerged. Elsa was shocked to see it trying to eat a live cat. The scene was too unbelievable. So when she noticed the creature carrying a kitten, Elsa's already troubled emotions suddenly intensified. Without hesitation, Elsa took the kitten away to protect it. The creature had to learn that he couldn't always get what he wanted. This was part of his growing up and learning. When Clive returned from work, he saw the creature hiding in the corner for some reason. A sudden anxiety flooded him. Clive decided to play music to calm it down while it moved to the beat. The creature seemed really happy. Clive saw that this worked and taught it how to dance. They danced together almost like two close partners. The warm light and music made the moment special. While twirling, things started to feel a little strange. Clive noticed the creature's pale neck and felt conflicted. He quickly stopped and left before it made a mistake. But from that moment on, the creature seemed to sense something new. It began to observe Clive and Elsa, studying their behavior. To better cope with the creature's emotions, the couple spent their days working in the lab. At night, they would return to the farm. But being stuck in the cabin for so long made the creature behave badly. He often sat quietly, staring at the ceiling. He refused to answer Clive and Elsa's questions. Instead, it spelled words on the table to communicate. After being harshly rejected, the creature became enraged. It flipped the table over and destroyed everything around it. Clive and Elsa realized it was becoming uncontrollable. They went up to the roof to check it out. They approached it cautiously, one step at a time. They tried to coax it back inside, but then the creature looked like it was about to jump off the roof. Its wings came out, ready to fly away. Clive cried out that they loved the creature and begged it to stay. Using the last bit of its stubborn willpower, the creature returned to Clive's side. As they hugged, Elsa felt a wave of anxiety. She realized how alone the creature really was. Elsa gave the cat back to the creature to ease its grief. She thought the creature would appreciate that, but she never expected what happened next. The creature bit the cat and killed it. Shocked, Elsa slapped the creature in frustration. The creature attacked Elsa and was about to bite her in the neck. The creature ran to the door for the first time. At the door, he saw sunlight for the first time. Elsa hit his head to stop him. When he awoke again, he found himself tied down to a table by Elsa. His animalistic, aggressive behavior had worsened recently, and she felt she had no choice. Elsa made a decisive decision. She cut off the creature's stinger that it had used to attack. She quickly returned the severed tail to the lab for research. They wanted to use the creature's traits to cure fatal diseases. That was the whole reason they had created it. Meanwhile, Clive returned home, saw the bound creature, and felt compassion. He helped the creature break free. And on the table, something happened between him and the creature. Elsa, who had just returned, abruptly interrupted their passionate moment. She was horrified by what she saw. She couldn't believe such a betrayal was happening to her. Later, Clive tried to justify himself like a guilty child caught in the act. Their argument quickly turned into a heated fight. Clive had crossed an unforgivable line. But Elsa, who insisted on creating the creature, also ignored basic ethical boundaries. After their quarrel, they finally realized the true cause of their conflict. They agreed to end this dangerous experiment. Just as they were about to act, they were shocked to see the creature jump into the well, most likely committing suicide. It was something they never expected. Their anger turned to sadness. In the middle of the farm, they dug a grave. They quickly buried the creature. They burned its toys and belongings to erase the memories. But while Elsa was cleaning its things, she found the creature's drawings. Some of them seemed to be about Clive. But now the drawings seemed to be about her. This unexpected discovery left Elsa puzzled. Before she could understand it, a loud noise came from outside. The lab assistant arrived with the company president. It turned out that the assistant couldn't keep quiet and blurted out their secret. He told the president about their secret experiment. The president demanded that they hand over the creature immediately, but Elsa calmly said that it was too late. Suddenly, another loud noise rang out. Everyone turned towards the source of the noise. They saw the company president being violently attacked, half of his body missing. The attacker had been the creature, but now things were different. Before anyone could react, the creature grabbed the assistant and attacked another worker. Clive and Elsa screamed and ran after it. They chased the creature to the river but lost sight of it. Elsa wanted to run away from everything, but Clive refused to let go of the assistant. The lamp slipped from his hands and fell into the river. Clive approached and tried to grab it. In a moment, the creature pulled him into the water. For a moment, there was silence. Clive emerged unharmed, but clearly shivering. The freezing water left him cold and disoriented as he climbed out. Suddenly, the water splashed again. Slowly, the creature reappeared. Clive, lying helpless on the ground, looked up at him. Elsa turned and ran as fast as she could. But no matter how hard she tried, the creature caught up with her. It caught her and pinned her down. The creature undergoes a dramatic transformation from female to male, caused by amphibian DNA, which allows some species to change their sex. In this aggressive, male state, the creature sexually assaults Elsa. Just as the creature gave in to its primal instincts, Clive appeared from behind, just in time. But the creature's unique DNA made it almost immune to injury. The wound barely slowed it down. With Clive's life on the line, Elsa stepped in to save him. She lifted a heavy boulder, ready to strike the creature. But when she looked at the creature who had been with them so long, she couldn't bring herself to do so. Her hesitation cost Clive his life. This tragedy, born of their ambition, reflected their choices. Elsa, obsessed with her pursuit of science, unconcerned with ethical boundaries, refused to give up her hard-earned invention. Now, a new generation of experiments awaited her.